Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we will be like to presenting about MJ Ayam Penyet ordering system. Presented to Dr. Ahmad Fadli bin Saad. Presented by Free Rider Group. So next. So this is our group. Let me introduce myself. My name is Iman Shahputra bin Azariman. I'm act as project manager for this team. Next.
And I'm Muhammad Ali Fahmi Rashid, the software developer / programmer for this team.
My name is Adam bin Saizul Hakim. I am the UI UX designer.
My name is Muhammad Ausha bin Muhammad Rizal. I am a system analyst.
Okay, so thank you everyone. We'll continue with our slide. So why is this project needed? MJ Ayam Penyet restaurant is a mainly chicken with rice restaurant in Tapah, Perak, founded in June 2023 by Ms. Anissa. Currently, the business relies entirely on manual process, handwritten logbooks, pen and paper receipts, and QR payment records to manage orders, sales, and inventory. This approach is slow, high error risk, and limits the owner ability to make a data-driven decision. Next. This is an organization chart for MJ Ayam Penyet restaurant. So we have the owner, Miss Anissa, and his husband. Under them is Mr. Ahmed as a manager and the worker. So I'll pass to Amsha.
Now we move on to our objective. We have four objectives. For the first objective is to analyze the system requirements need to implement the system. Second objective is to design an interface for the proper system. Third objective is to implement the proper system for the client. And last objective is to provide testing, maintenance, and update to the system. Next. Now we move to scope of the project. We have 4: user, modules, implementation, and technology. As for user, we have 3 user, which is customer, restaurant staff, and administrator. For the modules, customer modules, they can register an account, browse menu item, place order food, manage cards, and make online payments. While for the restaurant staff module, it can manage incoming order and update order status. And lastly, for administrator, it can manage menu information, customer record, and sales report. For the limitation, the system is focused on improving ordering efficiency and reducing manual process, but it does not include the advanced features such as tracking delivery or mobile application. As for technology, this development user interface primarily use HTML and CSS with interactive feature implemented using JavaScript, and backend processing is handled by PHP connected to a MySQL database. The system is developed on a web server, making it accessible to user through a domain. Next.
Now for the significance of the project. The significance of this project can be seen from multiple perspectives. First, the system provides a real-time data to help control inventory costs and monitor profits. Second, it eliminates communication errors between the front of house and the kitchens, which reduce operational bottlenecks, especially during peak hours. Third, customers benefit from a more responsive dining experience with reduced waiting time. Okay, next. Okay, to better understand the landscape, we study two related systems. The first is Chicken Rice Shop, which offers online menu browsing, delivery, and click and collect ordering, a store locator, a promotion page, halal certification display, and a customer feedback form. The second system we review is Ayam Pagembus, which features a digital menu display with categories such as packages, a la carte, and drinks, along with product page with item details, a franchise information page, and a location finder. This system guide us in identifying the key features of our own system should improve. Next, so for the methodology, we use System Development Lifecycle or SDLC. The structure, this structure methodology ensure that each phase of development from planning through maintenance is carried out systematically. Next. So for the system architecture, at the top we have the customers who access the system through the web to register, browse the menu, add item to cart, place orders, make payments, and view order status. On the right side, we have restaurant staff who receive orders, prepare food, update order status, and confirm orders. On the left is the admin who can change menu items, orders, users, and view reports. Uh, all of them interact through internet, which connects to the central application server. The application server handles user management, menu management, order management, payment processing, order status management, and report generation. It communicates with database that stores information on customers, menu items, orders, payments, and stuff. There is also a payment gateway connected to the server which handles online payment and payment verification. Okay, next.
Okay, now we move to the system requirement in hardware. We have three hardware, which is desktop computer or laptop, smartphone or tablet, and Wi-Fi router or local area network. As for desktop computer or laptop, this device is used by restaurant staff and administrator. This device is able to manage order, update menu, monitor payments, and generate the reports. While for the smartphone or tablets, it used by customer and it able to browse menu, place order, and view receipt. For the last hardware, which is Wi-Fi router or local area network, the network is able to communication with the device and provide the internet connection for system access.
Now let's continue with system requirement for software. We have SMP, PHP, MyAdmin, Google Chrome, MySQL, and Apache Web Server. For the user itself, they can only use Google Chrome to access the system itself. That allow customer and staff to access and use the web-based operating system, basically. And as for the developer, we are using the SMPP, a local server software package that includes Apache and MySQL services. To run the MJIM Penyet restaurant ordering system locally and manage server operation. For PHP MyAdmin, web-based database management application, it is to create, update, store, and manage customer order, payment, and menu databases. For MySQL, relational database management system, to store and manage system data, including user accounts, menu information, orders, and transaction records securely. For Apache Web Server software included in SMPP. to host the web application and handle communication between users and the system server. We will move on to the next slide. So this is a context diagram. We have a customer. We have two entities, which is a customer and staff. The staff is divided into two category, which is the general and the administrator one. So for the customer, they can send payment information, login information, or the information and login validation, which is where the data is flowing into the system. Where the system will send back to the customer is login validation, invoice information, and receipt information. As for the staff, they can input the restaurant information, login information, and also item information. Where the system will send back to them is login validation and also item details. Item status details. So that's all for context diagram, and we'll move on to the data flow diagram. So basically, this is the detailed one from before, from the previous one, which is a context diagram, where they explain about the processes and also the databases where you see in at the center of this diagram. So in this MJ Ayam Penyet system, we only consist of one databases, which is MJ underscore Ayam underscore Penyet. All the data is stored in there. So as the processes, we have 13 of them. We can insert payment details, login from the customer. Customer also can order items, and the system will print validation, print invoice, and print receipt to be given to the customer. As for the staff, the system will print validation, print staff details, and also print product status to give to the staff. And staff also can insert, input and input into the system, which is input information, login, input items details, and also input staff details. So basically, there's data flow in this system, MJ ordering system, basically. So next, I'll pass to Alif.
I will be taking over for the entity relation diagram, which is the database design for the system. We will have 7 entities here, which are the restaurant info entity, the receipt entity, the order entity, and the order line entity, item entity, and customer entity, and staff entity. The order line entity is the bridge entity in our ERD. Let's begin with restaurant info entity. It contains hero title, hero subtitle, about text, we know. I will explain more in the data dictionary, which is shown in the next slide. Yes, here is the data dictionary. For the first entity, restaurant info entity, it contains info ID, hero title, hero subtitle, about text, featured promo. Info ID will be the primary key which holds the unique identifier for the restaurant info record. Hero title, which holds the main title displayed on the restaurant's homepage. Hero subtitle, which shows the subtitle displayed below the hero title. The about text, description text for the about section of the website, and featured promo text or label for the featured promotion displayed on the homepage. Next. The next entity will be the customer entity. It contains the customer ID, the customer name, customer username, and customer contact, well, with customer password. Customer ID is the primary key, which is the unique identifier for each customer. The customer name, which holds the full name of the customer. Customer username, which holds the username used by the customer to log in. Customer contact, which holds the contact number of the customer, and passwords, which holds the encrypted password for customer account authentication. Next. Next up is the staff entity, which holds the staff ID, staff name, staff contact, staff role is admin, and password. Staff ID is the unique identifier for each staff member. Staff name holds the full name of the staff member. Staff contact holds the contact number of the staff member. Staff role determines the role or position of the staff member in this restaurant, which in this case is the staff or manager. Is admin indicates whether the staff has admin privileges, which gives them access to more stuff if they are admin, and password, which holds the encrypted password for staff account authentication. Next up, which is the item entity, which holds the information about the items in the restaurant. We have the item ID, item name, item price, and availability. Item ID is the primary key, unique identifier for each menu item. Item name holds the name of the menu item. Item price holds the price of the menu item in Ringgit Malaysia. Availability is an Boolean value, indicates whether the item is available, which is indicated by 1 available or 0 unavailable. Next up, now we have the order entity, which holds the order ID, order date, order type, table number, status, customer ID, and staff ID. The order ID is the primary key, the unique identifier for each order. Order date, which holds the date and time the order was placed. The order type, which holds the type of order. Example would be dine-in or takeaway. Table number, which is the table number assigned to the order for dine-in customers only. Status, which is the current status of the order, which would be pending, prepared, completed, or cancelled. Customer ID, which is the foreign key referencing the customer ID from the customer table. And staff ID, which is also a foreign key, references the staff ID from the staff table. Next up, now we have the order line entity, which is also the bridge entity between order and item. We have the order ID, item ID, line quantity, subtotal, and request. Order ID is the primary key and foreign key, referencing order ID from the order table. Item ID is the primary key and foreign key, referencing item ID from the item table. Line quantity, which is the quantity of the item ordered. Subtotal, which is the total price for the line item calculated by item price times line quantity. Requests, which are special requests or note made by the customer for the item, such as adding more sambal or more rice. Next up, now we have the receipt entity. The receipt entity contains receipt ID, receipt date, total price, and order ID. Receipt ID is the unique identifier for each receipt, which is the primary key. The receipt date, which is the date and time the receipt was generated. Total price, which is the grand total amount of the order to be paid by the customer. And order ID, which is a foreign key referencing order ID from the order table. Next. Now I will pass on to Amshad for the module hierarchy.
Okay, next is for our module hierarchy. So, in this module hierarchy, it has a restaurant ordering management, and they have two tasks, which is for customer and staff. For customer task, they will view menu, add order, edit order, delete order, make payment, and give a feedback. For staff task, it can manage order, view order, edit order. But on the other side, the staff can also manage menu, view menu, add item, delete item, update order. Sorry, update item.
Going back to me, I'll be showing the interface design. We have the home page, which is the landing page for the restaurant. We have the hero slider, which shows the foods that are available, the menu highlights, the login page or register page, and the about us, which shows our story, and the footer showing the quick links and contact info of the restaurant. Next up, now we have the um, placing your order page. This is for the customer. We have the menu, which shows the item available right now. The customer's basket, which shows their order type. depends on what they want to choose. The customer names, which only shows if there is a guest customer, which means they do not have an account. If they do have an account, customer name is automatically chosen from the account name. And also the table number, which shows only if they are dining in. And the total, which shows the grand total and confirming and pay. Next up. Now we have the staff dashboard. For general staff, they can see the live orders and update the status of those orders which either prepared, completed, cancelled. That's for normal staff. But if that staff also has admin privileges, they get access to menu management, which lets them set the availability in stock or not, which shows on the menu highlight earlier. And they also have staff management, which lets them manage the staff by changing their roles or adding new staff members. And there is also homepage contents, which shows the message of the day for promotion, basically. Next up. Now we have the analytics page, which shows the analytics and insights for administrators only. We have the total orders shown, the total revenue, and items sold shown, while also showing the active numbers of staff currently. There is also a graph which shows the info in a visual way, and there's a button to export the analytical report as a PDF for easier printing. Next. Now I will pass on to Syed.
Alright, so for the formula and calculation, our system use very straightforward formulas for price calculation. First, the subtotal is calculated as item price multiplied by line quantity. This gives the total cost for each individual item ordered. Second, the total price is the sum of all subtotals. That is subtotal 1 plus subtotal 2 and so on up to subtotal n. Third, the grand total is equal to the total price. Next. So for our report, our system generates three types of reports. The first one is order report, which provides summary of all order processed by the system. The second is the sales report, which gives an overview of total revenue and sales performance over a given period. The third is the receipt, which is issued to customers upon successful payment. Next. So allocation project timeline. So this is our Gantt chart. So as I have tell you before, we use SDLC and we plan them very carefully on each week. So our project will be organized and will be complete in the given time. Okay, that's it.
Thank you, Doctor. And also we will move on to the demo of the web. Thank you.